You can get a refund for your student loan payments made during the pandemic. Here's how.
Using the authority Congress granted the Department of Education, we will forgive $10,000 in outstanding federal student loans. In addition, students who come from low-income families, which allowed them to qualify to receive a Pell Grant, will have their debt reduced $20,000.
We've totally skipped over the idea of whether or not student loan forgiveness is actually a good thing and moved straight to the mainstream media telling you how you can do it. But the interesting thing about this is President Biden has announced that plan this week to forgive up to $20,000 per borrower for Pell Grants and $10,000 for other loans for federal student loan debt, a long-awaited measure by some that will eliminate the student debt burdens of about 20 million Americans. So we're going to take the burdens of 20 million Americans and spread it out even more. There's quite a few other people, though, including Betsy DeVos, who knew, who actually said this is 100% illegal and the president cannot do this. We truly believe in forgiveness if the debt was actually owned by President Biden, but it's not. It's actually being transferred to the rest of the world. We believe in debt forgiveness. That is okay. But here's the thing. Joe Biden isn't paying all of this. You are, if you live in the United States. I am. Actually, I just found out that I'm paying off my student loans after 20 years just next month. And now I get to pay off more student loan debts for everybody else. So yay for me. But here's the thing about the student loan forgiveness program. Again, it's not a forgiveness program. It is a transfer program. So this really isn't true debt forgiveness. This is debt transfer. Another critic of President Biden's debt forgiveness program is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's actually said the student loan forgiveness is completely unfair, despite the fact her company had loans worth of $183,000, and she's had them forgiven as well. This comes from Yahoo News, but she was speaking on Newsmax TV, and she called the whole idea of student debt relief completely unfair. Taylor Greene's company had $183,504 in PPP loans forgiven in April 2020, according to public data. Now, here's the thing. Not all debt is the same, and frankly, a PPP loan was intended to be forgiven. So this is not exactly an equation of the same things, because this is something that was intended to be forgiven in the first place, and student loans were actually intended to be paid back by the individual. Now, there are ways around this whole student debt forgiveness thing. We could allow student debt to go into bankruptcy. Right now, it's not allowed to. So that's one measure that could actually change. But the other is, unfortunately, you might just have to pay off your loans. It would also be nice if the higher institutions wouldn't be charging so much for colleges, and that the government would get out of the student loan system altogether. That would be great.